discoveries. Oh. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, Brucey. What you doing? Oh, I've got to put beanie on. I'm freezing. That took about 2.5 hours to walk in. Let's see what the temperature is, Bruce. Temperature is 5 degrees centigrade. What is that? 45 Fahrenheit? 45 Fahrenheit, 5 degrees centigrade. It's pretty chilly, especially when you've been walking all that way. Put my winter jacket on, and that got cold really quickly when I stopped, didn't it, Bruce? I know, you've been very good. He knows that when when you get to camp, he knows he gets a treat. Okay, I should get you a treat, Bruce. Oh. Oh, that instantly feels warm. Right, a treat for Bruce. Gotta think where they are. Oh. You think they're in here, but I don't think they are. No, they're not. Oh, here they are. Oh, do you want a pig's ear? Thank you to everyone who went to buy me a coffee and got us treats and got Bruce treats. There you go. Whether he'll let you watch him eat it, I don't know. Oh, there you go. Not so bad. Oh, it's cold. Yeah, it's autumn here. Autumn in New Zealand, and I did have a comment asking how can it be autumn 2022, fall 2022. We're not there yet. New Zealand is in the southern hemisphere, so it's the reverse of northern hemisphere seasons. So in the US you are now starting spring and we're now starting fall. That's right. So I've got a few things I need to do. I need to go and get some water from the tarns because I don't know how much rain we're going to get. As you can see, it's raining. I'm wet, but I'll dry off quickly in this. And I need to get my trousers on, but I don't want to get those soaking wet going out there. They are water resistant, but not waterproof. So I think I might have to go out there, fill the water purifier up, and then bring it back. But I'll let Bruce have his treat first, and maybe just quickly explain about this camp. So what we've got going on here is a 3x3 meter tarp. What is that? Just over 9 foot by 9 foot, something like that. 10 by 10. And I've got the Hildeberg Uno tent, and it's a solo tent. It's meant to be for one person, but it doesn't have a vestibule, so they made it so it doesn't have a vestibule, so actually you could fit 2 people in here, but it's the perfect size for myself and Bruce though, so that's not a problem. It's a 4-season tent, proper 4-season tent, built to handle any conditions really. It's got reasonably good ventilation, but it can take snow, it can take wind, it can take anything. I haven't guyed it down or anything like that. I might just use one more peg around the back and that's it. We're in a pretty, even though we're on a ridge here, we are in quite a sheltered spot. I don't think the wind is going to get that bad, but you can never tell. Camping with Tony, you just can't tell. Yeah, I got really wet, my hat is dripping. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's 5 degrees centigrade, so what was that I said, 45? So it's not so bad. I've been up here in this area minus 10 and wind chill minus 20. The wind chill tomorrow is meant to get down to minus 12 centigrade. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, I'll have to look it up. But put it on the screen. Got lots of good food to cook. Wow, you finished that already, Bruce. Well done. You had your treat. Well done. So it's almost 4 o'clock. And I think we're going to be eating dinner early tonight. Bruce, don't go wandering off over in that direction. I'll lose you. Come and lie down. Somewhere. Come and lie down here. Later you can lie on your bed, but not right now, because I don't want you getting it soaking wet. Just lie down, Bruce. Good boy. He doesn't feel the cold at all. This isn't cold for him. This is nice for him. He loves it. He's frisky and energized. Yeah, he doesn't like it when it's warm. He likes this temperature and colder. He's built for that. Okay, so I think what we're going to do is go and get the water. So I don't have to deal with it later when it gets dark. Yeah, and I'll bring you back over at the tarn, walking out to go to the tarn to get some water. So I'll bring you back then. Bruce just belched. Wow. Blue sky. Oh, look at it. Wow. You see Brucey up there. Leading the way. He knows the way to the tarn. Okay, Bruce. Where's the tarn? Come on. Let's go get water. There it is. Our water source. Go on, Brucey. It's quite low. Okay, so I've got my Membrane Solutions 6-litre pack. I just need to fill this up. That's that. And then I just seal the top and carry it back. Okay, see you back at camp. Whew. I think it's time for a hot drink. Well, not for you, Brucey. You've had so much already. You've had pig's ear, you've had everything, haven't you? I've got my hot pants on. My hot pants. My very warm trousers. The sun is trying to come out. It's going to be getting dark soon though. Oh, question is, what are we going to have? And what have we got? Now, you might be thinking, why don't I just light a fire? Because this particular area I'm in is a no-fire zone. For good reason. I need a hot chocolate. That'll warm me up. Just the wind up here. So you just got to have the right clothes. It's not that bad. I can only just see my breath. I mean, now I can see it. You got to have the right clothes. Yeah, right gear. 4-season tent, 4-season clothes. That's what you need. The sun is starting to come out, so it might warm it up. Who knows? I'm on my small chair, which is lower down, but actually is more comfortable on my back than my big chair. Bruce, I don't want you going down there. I think there's a dead animal he's found. And I don't want him rolling around in a dead animal and then coming into the tent later. It's not going to happen. I'd have to make him go for a swim. And in case you're wondering, he's got water, it's just over there in his bowl. So the temperature is still, hasn't changed, 5 degrees. Oh, now I'm getting warm. So this jacket is the UF Pro. Yeah, UF Pro. I think they're from Slovakia. They make military gear, tactical gear, but very hard wearing, very warm. This thing has got G-loft insulation. It's got a Cordura fabric, so it's very tough. Really tough, really strong. You can push through the bush and everything else and no problem with it tearing. And it's good down to, I'd say, with just a top on, with just, like I've got a single layer thermal on underneath. This is probably good down to -20 centigrade. Yeah, it's very warm. It's windproof, water resistant, I wouldn't say, and it does come with a hood, I've just taken it off. I wouldn't want to be in a rainstorm in it, but then you would just put a raincoat on top of it, a single layer, you know, really thin layer rain jacket. He's a bit triggered. So the only thing this chair doesn't come with, I think, are pockets. Oh, it does have a pocket. Phone pocket. Has it got one on this side? No. Oh. Yeah, that was a tough climb in. He's trying again. He's going to try and sneak off, but I'm watching him and he knows I'm watching him. I could move the camera to a million places and he'll walk away from wherever I'm aiming the camera. Bruce, you know you're not going to go over there. No way I'm going to let you go near that animal. Nope, not happening. Nope. Bruce, it's not happening. No. Accept it. I'm such a killjoy. Why don't you settle? Let's come and chill out. Got a really long walk up. So, yeah, it's 2 hours, 50 minutes walk up. And it is up. It's steep. I'm so tired. That was a heavy pack as well. So I've got this new pack. I asked them for it. I wanted to test it. It weighs absolutely nothing. And I thought, awesome. It's waterproof. It's on the website. It's waterproof. This is waterproof material. It's seam sealed to a degree, except the actual seams. And they're all soaking wet. Look, you can see the dark line on the folds. Just along there, you can see there's a dark line here. And there's a dark line going all the way down. They're not sealed inside. So this is actually wet. Seeped through. Some of my gear got a little bit wet. Sleeping bag got a tiny bit wet. That's a fail. I mean, usually I put stuff in a big liner inside anyway. But I just thought, you know what? Let's see what happens. Let's just see. And of course it got wet. Oh, and it's just at the seams. Obviously, it's always at the flipping seams with me. So 3F UL gear, and this is called the Y-U-E. It's very light, it weighs absolutely nothing. It could be an awesome backpack if you use a liner. So be sure to use a liner. So I'd still recommend it, but only if you've got a liner to go with it. Yeah. Or a cover. Cover would work as well, but liners are safer. It guarantees everything inside is going to be dry. Or you could use both. So, I've got my water. You saw me filling up my kettle with the gravity fed system. Bruce, just settle down. You're so triggered. Go on, lie down. Just relax. Just chill out for a bit. He's so energized because it's cold. So he's wide awake. If it was hot, he wouldn't be doing this. He is not one for just chilling out. It's a struggle to get him just to relax a little bit and just enjoy the surroundings, but he knows there's something over there. I don't know what it is. It's all the way down the hill, but he sniffed it out. I don't want him going and rolling in it. Also, I don't want him venturing off too far away just because there are stags around and it's the rut, and they're aggressive and they're big and they won't like Bruce one little bit, and they could do some serious damage. So yeah, I'm going to keep him close on this one. Just this one, just because I'm not sure, and just the timing. Also, it is the raw, so there might be a hunter come up. You just never know. I hope not. I hope no one comes up here hunting. There was no one around, so fingers crossed. We are remote. Most hunters are too lazy to hike up this far. It is a schlep. Wow, I'm getting absolutely super toasted in here now. Ugh, this jacket is so hot. It's incredible. Usually I wear down. The only problem with down is it's just not as resilient, and when it gets wet it's useless. So I wanted something tough. Tough but really, really warm. And this jacket is definitely tough and definitely warm. Yeah, it does have ventilation underneath as well. So you can undo the zips and let heat out. It's got pockets everywhere. I've got my Garmin InReach Mini in here. Actually, you might take that out. Well, the only downside is these zips aren't that great. It might just be it's because it's brand new and they're a bit sticky. Could be that. Right. So no big knife or anything this time, no saw, just my little Gerber, my little Leatherman Squirt multi-tool, tiny little thing. So no bushcrafting, nothing like that. I tried to pack as light as possible. My food is heavy, I will say that much, and so is Bruce's food. Bruce's food is the massive beef and lamb. 900 grams. Yeah, that's heavy. That's excluding the container as well. It's not bedtime. It's not dinner time yet, Bruce, I'm afraid. And you've just had a pig's ear. I'll tell you what you can have. You can have some chicken and veggie pieces. Again, thanks everyone who went to buy me a coffee to get us little treats. You love them. He loves these. Hey. Come on then. Gentle. Good boy. But he's giving off so much heat. I can feel it from him. It's an Energizer bunny. He really is. He's amazing. But he's still trying to sneak off. He's skulking away now. He's got every bit of the forest stuck to him everywhere. I'm going to have to clean him off before he's allowed in the tent later. He's such a mess. Okay, so I need my hot chocolate to warm me up, although I am getting really toasty. And then I've got to start thinking about dinner. I don't know if it's going to rain anymore. We had a fair amount of rain. It rained on me the whole way coming up. But that might be it. I'm kind of hoping it is it. And that there's no wind. And it's just like this. And just peaceful and beautiful. And just looking at the old man's beard hanging down from the trees and maybe a bit of sun. That's very good. Well, I'll tell you, I am now warm, completely warmed up. When there's no wind, even when it's cold like this, 5 degrees centigrade, when there's no wind, it's just amazing. And you've got the right clothes. I've only got one layer on under this, and I am very warm, very comfortable, almost hot. So this gear is definitely working. And the hot chocolate is definitely helping. Welcome back, everybody. It's time to get dinner on. Yours will come soon. Just wait, Brucey. You just got to be patient. Now the question is, what are we having? What are we having for dinner? We're having burgers, of course. Because, well, cheeseburgers. Double cheeseburgers, to be precise. Because I'm starving. And burgers are definitely my comfort food. You're such a good boy, Brucey. You're not getting burgers because there's stuff in them that's not good for you. Blast. So Bruce is getting, he's got some Jimbo's lamb and beef dog food. Now, my burger's still a little bit frozen, which is a surprise. So yeah, I'm using my alcohol burner with the mini Trangia stand. Not very stable, but better than lugging the entire Trangia up here, which, believe me, no one wants to do. Oh, these smell good. Oh, they're not that frozen. Okay. Can I fit 4 in here? As I said, I'm starving. It's not greed. It's a little bit of greed. It's just, it was such a massive walk up. They'd be a bit more pliable if they weren't half frozen. So they're going to need to defrost just a little bit. I'm just going to leave that cranking on full. Crotch shot, sorry about that. It's the only way to sit in this chair. Oh, maybe I should have brought some stones over so I could sit this up more. But I'd have just ended up falling off that then. So this chair, even though it's quite unstable when you sit down on it, once you're on it, it's fine, it's comfy. You are low to the ground, which does mean you can't you're not sitting up properly, but it's so much lighter than the other chair, and you can use it, you can sit in the tent because it's so low down, which is a huge bonus. Now, my back is absolutely screaming right now, so I need to take some vitamin I. Which is ibuprofen. You've never heard of that expression. Yeah, you've got to have a decent medical kit, survival kit, with everything in it. I've even got iodine in it, betadine, in case you get cuts, all sorts. Patch repair kit, which is for if you've got an air pad to sleep on. You've definitely got to carry a patch repair kit with you. I think it's very, very difficult to burst a thermarest though. Especially a Neo Air Extern. These things are rugged to say the least. Very thick material. Some of these like beach leaves, just get everywhere. Okay, these are starting to smell really nice. I think you should all do yourself a favour and go and put some burgers on. Because once I get these things ready, you know you're going to want a burger. Beech leaves. And then this time I'm timing it so that Brucey has his same time I have mine. The light is going fast. I know it doesn't look like it on the camera, but the light is going fast. 6 p.m. Now I need to get a stick just to do Bruce's dog food. Oop. See, this is the problem with this chair. It's so unstable. I'll give you some more water later. Stick. Is that tasty? You're gonna wait for your dog food though. What I'll do is I'll just toast the bottom. Oh man. Oh, the clumps of cheese. Now usually this would end in absolute catastrophe, so just wait for it. Because there's always that possibility, but I am being quite careful here because I really don't want to mess up my dinner. Oh, crispy bits of cheese. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It just smells so good. I don't think I can wait for these to toast properly. And they shouldn't take long anyway. No, they're fine. Oh, the bun split apart. These buns are a bit odd. I don't know how I'm going to eat these. Okay, Brucey, come round. Go round. Here, round here. Here. Wait. We're going to eat ours together for a change. Go on then, Brucey, good boy. Right, everybody. Double cheeseburgers. The size of that. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Wow. He's finished us already. Amazing. It doesn't get any better than this, really. Incredible. I'd love a nice roaring fire right here, but you just can't have it, so it's not allowed here. Oh my word. These are ridiculously good. Everything tastes better when you're camping. Everything. Can't believe I'm going to eat 2 double cheeseburgers and they're massive. But, in my defense, I burnt 2,000 calories coming up here. So, yeah, that's my defense. Holy moly. And I got another one. Oh. Right, everybody. I'm going to devour this. A bit slower, actually. I'll bring you all back for cigar time. Wow. Welcome back, everybody. Cigar time. But first I'm going to put a hot chocolate on as well. Yeah. You see that? Yeah. Oh, I'll be honest, I'm in a bit of a food coma here. That was that was just something else. Oh, now. That was so delicious. But now I can barely move. I'm going to get really hot now as well. I know I am. Just because of how much food that was. It was so delicious, it really was. Alright, let me turn this light off. It's going to bug the hell out of you. Oh, you know what we need to do is put Bruce's collar on. And he's going to love that because it's going to trigger him. Come here, Brucey. Let me put your, no, here. Let me put your collar on. Good boy. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Off you go, Bruce. No, don't come around it. That's it. Oh no, he's laid down. Okay. We'll see how long that lasts. Ah, cigar. Cigar, he says, with a cough. Cigar and hot chocolate. Where is my cigar? I can't remember which bag I put my cigar in. Ah, where is it? Uh-oh. Where have I put my cigar? Ah! Whew. That would have been a disaster, a real, genuine disaster. I forget many things, but not cigar. Oops. Hey Brucey, why don't you come have some water? What's around here? What's that over there? Bruce, away from there. Here, come around. Go around. Come on. Yeah, what's over there? Is that your water? Nope, he doesn't want water. You might see him hovering around. I think you can see him now, actually. Isn't that good? Just for you. People will say, oh, bring a cigar cutter. Don't want to bring a cigar cutter because it's just extra clutter, extra weight. And I know it doesn't weigh anything, but where do you stop? Bring this, bring that, bring that. When you're coming up 1,500 meters, 1,300 meters, whatever it is, every gram matters. It really does. Alright, so let's see where the breeze takes that. Is it going to take it straight to the camera? Let's hope not. Okay, well, that's looking alright. Right, well, let me just get my hot chocolate ready. I've actually got quite a lot to cover in this one. If you're not interested in cigar time chats, world events, things happening with the channel, skip straight to bedtime now. Otherwise, stick around, because we do talk about a lot of meaningful stuff. Hopefully people learn things. I don't know. You don't have to be nasty about anything I say, because I don't say anything nasty. Just observations. So, where shall I start first? Oh yes, in my last video I gave shout outs to those that had inspired me to start my channel. And, you know, can you see me? Yeah. And there were some people I didn't mention, and people thought that I'd forgotten them. So it's not that I forgot those people, it's that they weren't part of the initial inspiration to start this channel. I just started watching them later, that was all. So I think it was like Steve Wallace, Camping with Steve, Mav, those guys. I hadn't actually come across them as an inspiration to start my channel, so I watched them from later on. But yes, I do watch them still. I watch others. For breaking news sort of stuff, I watch Steve Lookner, Agenda Free TV. If you haven't seen him, it's interesting because he does not have an agenda. And he uses Twitter as a source, which is weird, but usually it's because those are people on the ground. And he tries to verify stuff. So it's just an interesting aspect to world events, you know, like what's going on in Ukraine and stuff like that. And COVID. He was the first to really break it properly and follow it. So, yeah. Steve Lookner. Mav, I love watching Mav. He's a great kid. He really is. Good, really good kid. And I love his new truck build. That looks great. It looks really great. I don't know if he's going to figure out a way to stop mice getting in. That would be good. And Steve, well, Steve is just Steve. He'll be a legend because he's so creative with where he goes to stealth camp. The last one I saw, he camped on a roundabout. How he got any sleep, I don't know. He's lucky he didn't get busted. But that was funny. The roundabout one was funny. I like some of his more traditional camping ones. I liked the one where he was in the back of a U-Haul truck at whatever it was, minus 35 or something like that. It's just a guy filming himself in the back of a truck. He got millions of views, but it was entertaining. It really was. He's an entertaining guy. So yeah, so there's that. So those are shout outs to people that I've been watching for a long time, but didn't necessarily inspire me to start the channel. Other news, Tiger Woods is back. Forget about whoever won the Masters. It's the fact that he's back. They almost had to amputate his leg. They thought they would have to amputate. And he's back walking around a golf course. It's hard for normal people to walk around a golf course 4 days in a row and actually play a game of golf. So the fact that he's back, and to be honest, the first couple of days he sort of held his own. He looked respectable. Okay, fell apart on the last days, but to be expected. He's rusty. But he looked like he was enjoying himself. So hopefully he's back, because everyone likes to see legends continue. Yeah. Formula One, they've just had the Australian Grand Prix. And it is so great. Now look, I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. But I'll be honest, I'm also a Ferrari fan. I love Ferrari. Ever since I was a kid, I've loved Ferraris. I've owned a Ferrari. I've owned 2 Ferraris. And I've been to many Grand Prix events as a guest of Ferrari. I've been to Modena, to their headquarters. Amazing. And to see them leading the World Championship. And such a nice guy as well, Charles Leclerc. And don't forget, Monaco has never had a Formula One champion. I don't think Monaco's ever had a Formula One driver who's ever led an F1 race. Ever. So to see him, yeah, it's refreshing. It's good. I like it. I like that Max is putting up a challenge. I wish Lewis could put up a challenge as well, but that car is like a bouncy castle. So very, very difficult to control. Really struggling with it. Yeah, so that's Formula One. Another thing I saw, and most of you might not even know about this, was a boxing match between Eddie Hall and Thor Bjornsson, who is, I think he played the Mountain or something in Game of Thrones. I've never seen Game of Thrones, so I don't know. But he's a massive bloke. Anyway, they were both strong men, and they had a bit of a falling out. And so the fight was meant to clear all that up. I was an Eddie Hall fan until all of his antics at the fight, the pre-fight event, the interviews, what he did. Disgusting behavior. Disgusting. And with his kid there as well. Awful behavior. I'm so glad he lost. I think I've gone out of focus. I have gone out of focus. Let me fix the camera. Hold on. It's because it's dark. Okay. Let's see if that makes any difference. I might have to just zoom it in a bit. Hold on. Okay. Let's see if that makes any difference. Turn the brightness up. How's that? Am I in focus now? I hope so. Gosh, that's bright, but you can't see me otherwise. So yeah, his antics at the fight were disgusting. I wouldn't even recommend going and seeing what he got up to. It was awful. And I'm glad that Bjornsson won the fight. He floored him. It was great. Oh, someone mentioned to me, now that you're 100,000 and verified on YouTube, why don't you set up a Wikipedia page with details of... Oh, it's nice and warm coming off here. Just other things about me and the channel and inspirations and... I don't know. What do you put on a Wikipedia page for a YouTuber? I haven't got a clue. If anyone wants to start one up, knock yourself out. Feel free. Let me know. But I don't know how to do that. And I wouldn't know what to put on it. So those people that are asking about it, go for it. Set one up for me. Great. Awesome, I guess. Yeah. If it means people want to... If it means I can contribute and tell them more about myself and my story, and they're curious and don't want to have to go and find the videos where I've explained all that, then yeah, sure. Go for it. So he's triggered by his light, he's triggered by the camera light, and he's triggered by just being a border collie. Aren't you, Brucey? Oh. Okay, this is boiling. Oops. Oh, I've screwed that up, haven't I? Sorry. Now, I know I'm a bit bright, but it's better than the camera not focusing at all and not being able to see me. Again, my new camera should be arriving this week, which will solve all of these problems. It's got a much bigger sensor. Someone asked if they could have this camera, please, and all my gear. Sorry, no, that's not going to happen. I'm not just going to give away. This is still worth a few $1,000s. I'm not just going to give away camera equipment just because somebody asked for it. But nice try. It was a good effort. Well done. Thanks for coming, everybody. Oh, and there was something else I wanted to talk about. I get a lot of questions about the situation at home with the damage to our property after the massive storm that destroyed our driveway, knocked out our hillside almost, and yeah, caved under our entire garage. It was horrendous damage. So that happened in June 21. And the insurance has only just been sort of half sorted now. So we've just had our first engineer's report as to how to fix the damage. Bruce, calm down. Come on. I can hear you whimpering. Come here. Come on. You're getting so worked up. Come here. Bruce. He's got really worked up. Come and lie down. There's a good boy. I know. You're soaking wet. Please lie down. I know. Yes, you're lovely. Lie down. He'll be off again any second. Oh. Bruce, come and lie down. That's it. That's enough. Come here. Come and lie down. I know I'm ruining all your fun. Lie down. But you're whimpering. I can hear you crying over there. You're so worked up. It's not good for you to get this worked up, especially at your age. So just chill and relax. And now I'm going to get a lot of comments about how old is he? He seems like he's still a puppy. I know he seems like he's still a puppy, but he's not. He's 10. Yeah, so the damage to the driveway, extensive. It's going to take ages to fix. It's going to take 2 months just to sort out the bureaucracy, the paperwork with the council to get permission to do these repairs. Isn't it crazy? And then it will take, I don't know, a month, 2 months to actually fix it, if we can get the parts. Because the global supply chain crisis is still in full effect, and you just can't get anything. He does his own thing. Oh. Oh, well, if he wants to get worked up, he can get worked up. Gosh, I'm getting hot. Who needs a fire when you've got a UF Pro winter tactical jacket? Let me know in the comments if you want me to put a link to this. I buy all this stuff with my own money, so nothing in it for me to tell you what's good or not. Yeah, global supply chain crisis. So we've got friends who are building a house just around the corner from us, up on the hill. And I don't know when they're going to be able to finish it, because you can't get the jib, the drywall, to install. It's made in New Zealand and you just can't get it. And the bureaucracy here is ridiculous because it's fireproof. That for any new type of product, it's got to be tested and authorized and be licensed and blah, 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 blah. So that won't happen this year. It's incredible. I want to give a shout out to my friends on the Formula One chat group. We don't just talk about Formula One, we talk about all sorts of stuff. But to the main protagonists, Sang-Ho, Pat, Seth, John, and Bill. Ooh. It's a weird bug. Yeah. Here's mud in your face. You wanted a shout out. There's your shout out, boys. See you in Vegas. Talking of Vegas, oh, I haven't told them this yet. It's postponed. We can't go this year, which sucks. Let me explain why. Just too much stuff going on. The repairs to the damage. Our son Brandon, he's got exams around the same time that we were going to go. And it's just not going to fit, especially with him golfing as well. And also what we wanted to do was tie it into visiting some universities in Arizona, Florida, Texas, California. So there won't be anybody there if we went at the time we were going to go this year. And we just weren't prepared. So what we're going to do is do it next year instead. So we'll be doing, hopefully, a little mini tour of the universities in the different states next year, and also get Vegas in. Hopefully go and see the Formula One race in Vegas. That would be great. But primarily it was booked for my 50th birthday. That's all right, people. To go and see the Grand Canyon. It's something I've always wanted to do. I've wanted to river raft the Grand Canyon. And we've got that booked. So this will be the second time we've had to postpone it. First time was because of COVID, and this time is just because of all the timings were off. So we'll be going probably end of July 2023. And then tour some universities, hopefully as well, with Brandon. Because that's what he wants to do. He wants to go to university in the US on a golf scholarship. It's his passion, and he tries so hard, he works so hard. He's not academically the greatest kid in the world, but he's trying really hard and he's working really hard. So yeah, hopefully he gets a good crack, a good shot at it, because, you know, he's a great kid. Really is. Heart of gold. So we'd really love for Brandon to be able to get into university, because that's what he wants in the US, and play golf for the university. He wants to follow in Tiger's footsteps in some ways. And the latest kid, what's his name? Morikawa? Is that his name? Morikawa? I can't remember. I think he went to Berkeley doing maths. Can't remember. Anyway, yeah, that's what he wants to do. I think that was it for all the topics that I'd sort of thought about that I wanted to discuss on this one. There he is. There he is, gonna get wound up again. Let's talk about this configuration briefly. Now so I had a thought coming up here. Why don't I do a plow point with the tarp instead, if it's windy? So the advantage of the plow point is it gives you that side wind protection. If you don't know what a plow point tarp setup is, well, Google it. So what I had in mind was, I've got it set up like this now. If the wind had picked up, what I was going to do was move the tent and just drop two corners completely, and move the lower corner wherever that is. And then you just got one corner up in the air that's now jutting way out. Yeah. So that's good at wind protection. How good is it at rain? I guess it's okay, yeah. And I guess it's actually pretty good at snow protection as well, as long as there's no wind. Again, if it's windy, then nothing you do makes a scrap of difference. With rain or snow, it's going to get you. It just is. Get in the tent. Wind is a nightmare. And up here, it's squally wind. So it hits you from all angles. So you can't just drop aside or... you can't just drop aside or have a separate tarp just making a wall somewhere. It just doesn't work like that. I hope I'm still in focus. I think it's tracking me. Yeah. You can beat it if you just move fast, but I can see with the square following my face. So this is a Sony A6600, and it's got a APS-C sensor, which is quite small. The one I'm replacing it with is the Sony A7S III, which is full frame and is meant to be, for 4K video, superb, especially at low light conditions, and it will maintain focus. which means I need to use the light a lot less and can have it a lot lower. Crucial for doing these for me, because I want you guys to be able to see, and I want it to be good quality. I don't want it to be fuzzy or like a GoPro or something like that. So I'm willing to lug all the equipment up here just so it's a good quality video. Talking of videos, so my Wawona 4 video that I did on the beach, that just passed 250,000 views. So thank you very much, everyone. Considering we only have 100,000 subscribers, the way YouTube works is most YouTubers, they tend to not exceed their subscriber count in view per video. So if you know, that's the holy grail, is to be able to exceed your subscriber count. That gets harder and harder the bigger you get, obviously. Like Mr. Beast, it would be almost impossible for him to exceed on a regular basis his subscriber account. Because what? He's got, I don't know, what has he got? 90 million? Something crazy. 95 million? I think he gets 100,000 subscribers every other day. And I've just got 100,000 subscribers after a year. That's insane. The guy is a machine. He's a beast. Oh, that hot chocolate is delicious. So this setup, yes, sorry, so I was talking about the tarp and doing a plow point. Yeah, that's a possibility at some point if the weather's really bad. But look how peaceful it is. All I can hear is an owl in the distance. It is utter silence and it's beautiful. With the odd drop of water dripping off the tree onto the tarp. Oh, it started raining. I can hear it on the tarp, some drizzle. Yep. Well, hopefully it doesn't get strong, because I'd rather not deal with that and have to worry about the tarp overnight. So last time in this spot, I woke up in the morning and the tarp was down to here with a massive pool of water in it. It was this tarp. It was down to here. Huge pool of water in it. Had to be 40 litres. Yeah. And it actually stretched the tarp. I don't know where that was. Other side, so I can't see it. Because I'd been lazy and I hadn't set the tarp up properly, and I should have lowered that side, and it won't happen this time because I've got the back so low, you know, on top of the tent to act as a windbreak just in case there's any wind from behind. I'll be totally covered. Yeah. The back of the tent might get wet, but that doesn't matter. It's waterproof. It's all good. So other gear that I've got with me, basically just my quilt, my pillow, my sleeping pad, and my emergency gear. Gone pretty light on this one for me, I have to say. I've just got one layer of extra clothes. That's what I'm wearing now, which is all insulated. So these trousers, these are Hunter's Element Legacy trousers. These are so warm. So these are slightly insulated microfleece, windproof, water resistant, very quick drying, very comfy, very nice. This jacket is just, it's like a furnace in here. And it's not too cold. What is it now? Gosh, I can't even see it. Oh, the temperature's gone up a little bit. Oh, it's 6 degrees. Okay, 6 degrees centigrade. I'll have to put on there what that is in Fahrenheit. Oh, and I want to give a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Skillshare, who sponsored this video. I've been using them more and more often to learn how to do video editing. Rather than explain it like this, watch this. So after a few months of doing my YouTube channel, I was struggling a little bit with how to use Final Cut Pro and other features of video editing and general, you know, when to use B-roll, when not to, and stuff like that. So I went on to Skillshare, and Skillshare is a collaboration of not educators, but people who have got experience with a vast array of topics. And I typed in Final Cut Pro, and lo and behold, there was a fantastic, as it turns out, video regarding Final Cut Pro for beginners upwards by Ali Abdal, and it was everything I was looking for. And the perfect thing about this was you could break it down from beginner to, you know, basically very good, and the ins and outs, how to do B-roll, how to assemble everything, all the keyboard shortcuts, how to add titles, how to crop, add timestamps, many things, animations, etc. And I must have watched this video now, I don't know, 50 times. And thanks to him, I have become way better at using Final Cut Pro. And it's not just Final Cut Pro, obviously there's many things out there, even in my field of what I'm doing YouTube videos about, of camping. And it's just an incredible resource where most people would look to YouTube for these things. Skillshare actually has them all there, and you don't really have to hunt around for everything that you need. So if you check out Skillshare, go to AB Camping. I've got the code in the description to get your 1 month trial period, and then see about membership. It's a flat fee per month. Could be the best decision you've made in your life if you're looking for certain topics and you're stuck. The resources available on there are incredible. The amount of options and classes that are there are incredible. From film and video to photography, music, business, you name it, it's all on there. It's your one-stop resource. So check the description, click on the link to take you there, and see what's there that might interest you or that you've been looking for and that you need help with. There you go. So yeah, Skillshare. Go and check it out. Use my code and have a look in the description for the terms. You might find it really helps you. That was good hot chocolate. Cafe Gold. All right, everybody. I'm just going to chill and then finish my cigar. Listen to the silence. I can just see the moon just through the thin layer of cloud. So when I turn this light out, I might actually just be able to see out because it might be lit up. So yeah, I'm just going to chill out, smoke my cigar, and I'll bring you back at bedtime. There he is. I can't really get a focus on him, it's too dark. There. He's looking at Brucey. Brucey! The owl is looking at you. Oh, he's tracking Bruce. He's looking right down at him. Bruce is down here. The owl is looking straight down at him. He just came into camp, just landed there and looked at me. Hey, Hello. What you doing? You're hunting. Amazing up in the woods here, up in the forest. Oh, he's really checking me out. What you doing? Hey? Oh. Oh, you're chubby, aren't you? You're going to be on YouTube. Yes, you are. It's very quiet. It's not making a peep, not sound. But fascinated by Bruce. Yeah. What a funny looking thing. Woods are quite creepy. Not for the faint of heart being up here. This stuff is old man's beard. Isn't it, Bruce? Hey, where are you going? I just saw it move. Oh, there he is. It's right above me. Hanging around, waiting to see. I guess what he's waiting to see is if any moths come to the light. They tend to hang out near lights. Maybe looking for mice, moths, something like that. There's no mice up here, so it's bound to be moths. Oh, he's gone. Oh, just like that. You scared him away, Brucey. I reckon it was your fault. Welcome back, everybody. It's bedtime. And we are in the warmth of our cozy tent. We've even got Brucey. He's all snug on his bed. I've tried drying him off the best of my ability. He's brought half the forest in with him as well. All the leaves. Hey, Brucey. But he's nice and warm, and he'll be toasty in here. This is a very warm tent. Yeah, it's only got one vent. That's up there. It's pretty big. You could seal it off, but we want the airflow to get the condensation out. And I've got the outer door actually open because there's just no point closing it when we've got the tarp there. Isn't that right, Brucey? All right, everybody. So yeah, it's cozy. It will warm up in here. I'm getting warm already in the sleeping bag. I just checked the temperature. It's 0 outside, 0 centigrade. So pretty chilly. Oh, let me get the camera on. Yeah, pretty chilly, but we're prepared for it. Got the right tent, got the right gear, and we'll soon be toasty warm in here. In fact, I can feel it already in my... And this is my quilt, which converts to a sleeping bag, which I've got it set to sleeping bag. This is good down to -6 centigrade. So this would be absolutely fine. If I got cold, I'd just put my jacket back on. But I'll be fine. I've had this in colder than this easily. And somebody has just fallen asleep already because he's so tired. He's a tired boy. Aren't you, Brucey? Oh, sorry. It's just that you've got to say goodnight to everybody. Good night, night, Brucey. All right, everybody. See you in the morning. Unless something amazing happens in the middle of the night. Like the owl. I think a stag is nearby. It was roaring. But I don't know if I can bother to get up and film it. It would run before I could get out anyway. All right, everybody. See you in the morning. Good night. Night, Brucey. Morning, Brucey. Oh, hang on. No, not the camera. Not this time. He tries to lick the camera. Morning, everybody. Morning, Brucey. I know, it's a new day. It's all right. Shh. Calm down. Oh, you're so dry and fluffy. Calm down. It's all right. I know, it's a new day. I know, you want to go out, yes? Yeah? Oh, just wait. Wait, I can't get to the zip with you there, can I? You're crying. All right.
Oh, Bruce, go back on the bed. Let me out. Oh, right in the face. Okay, yes. Morning. Oops, sorry. Hang on. This is a nightmare. Oh, he's going for the camera. Hang on. This is... Brucey, calm down. Calm down. I know. Just wait. Okay, please. Calm down. Lie down. Down. Okay. Shh. Just shush, Bruce. Just calm down. Wait there. Stay. Stay. Stay, Bruce. Stay and I'll let you out. Just stay. Bruce, stay down. Honestly, you're a nightmare. Okay, I've got to pin him down to get to the zip to let him out. Because he's just... Oh. There he goes. Oh, he's fogged everything up. Hang on. Okay, that's better. Oh, it's cold out there, but it looks like it's going to be a nice morning. It rained a little bit overnight, but not much. Lots of leaves and droplets on the tarp. It's a bit gusty out there. I think we might be up for a sunrise. Maybe I should get my gear on, walk over, and go and show you guys a nice sunrise. What do you think, Brucey? Before breakfast, have sunrise? Okay. All right, everybody, I'll come back to you. It's chilly. Definitely feels cold, but it always feels cold getting out of sleeping bag. Oh. Oh, let me just adjust this. There you go. Bruce is sitting patiently right under the camera because he wants his breakfast. I need to get these cold boots on. Let's get my shoelaces done up first, Bruce. Just wait, Brucey, wait. Just wait. Bruce, let me do my shoes up. I know, hello. Morning. Oh, you're warm. And dry. Oh, he's really dried out through the night. Lovely. Got a warm tummy, yep. I bet he was warmer than I was. I was warm though, I have to say. No, Bruce. Let me do my shoelaces up. He's so frisky. He's so excited. It's a new day, it's cold, he's happy. Told you, he doesn't like the heat. But the cold, oh, it triggers him. Oh, my back, it's tight. I've got to walk out and get the sunrise, Bruce. See what it's like. Yeah, so I slept well, everybody. As well as can be expected in a tent. It was warm. Only rained a little bit, so that didn't keep me awake. But I've got my normal sleeping pad, not my big one. So my feet hang right off the end, so it's quite irritating. I need the extra large pad, super wide. My shoulders fall off this one as well. Super wide and longer, but it's just extra weight. I just thought I'll suck it up, deal with it. go fetal, which I tried. Right. It's going to be windy where we're going. Let's go and check out the sunrise. Oh, it's chilly. I think the wind chill is going to be pretty bad today. Oh, maybe there is some cloud. Might not see a sunrise. Let's have a look out the tops here. Oh, wow. It's beautiful. You're gonna go, Bruce. Go on, go on. Go on. What's over there? Is there a deer? What is there? Oh, he loves it up here. You're ready for your breakfast, aren't you? You don't want anything else. No, I think there's just a little bit too much cloud for there to be a really good sunrise. Colour's nice. That's contrail. Let me see how it comes up on the big camera. I don't know if you can see, we're above the clouds here. It's an inversion. The clouds are right down in the valley. We're above them. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Just really cold. This wind chill. Wow. And there's more over there. Amazing. Oh, it's beautiful, but it's cold. Where's Brucey? He's having a great time. So the sun is about to pop over that mountain behind me, in the background there. But then there's immediately cloud, so I don't know how long it's going to be. But I need to head back. It's too cold up here. Wind chill is unbelievable, and I'm desperate for a coffee. So I think we will walk back to camp, get the coffee on. Get some breakfast. Woo! Oh, it's nice to get out of that wind. One last look over there at the clouds down below us. I'm starting to lose the feeling in my hand holding the phone. There goes Bruce. Look at him go. Look at him go back to camp all by himself. He's not going to wait for me. And here we are. Back at the little clearing. Bruce already waiting for his breakfast. I see you, Brucey. I can see you. Everybody can see you. Here we are. Back at camp. What a beautiful spot. Oh boy. Damp shirt. I should have slept with it in the... I should have put it in the sleeping bag to let it dry off. That's going to be grim to wear. Baseball cap, soaked. All grim. We're having a Nescafe creamy and frothy flat white. Oh, it is windy out there, but this is a very fortuitous spot. The wind bounces over the ridge at this spot. It's very strange. So we don't actually get pummeled at all. I can see it in the trees up above. You might be able to hear a little bit on camera. But yeah, it's a brilliant spot. Hello. I know, you want your breakfast. It's still a little bit too early for you. You're on a timetable. And if you have it too early, you're going to be starving early. Okay? Yes. You're just excited because I said the word breakfast earlier. I know. I know. Come round and lie down. Come on. Let's get. Oh, or climb over me. Oh, Bruce. Oh, no. And he's wet underneath. Oh. Luckily, I'm wearing waterproof gear. You just wanted cuddles. Is that what you wanted? No, I know what you really wanted. You want your breakfast, but you'll do with if you can't have breakfast, then I'll have cuddles. So the setup was good, really good, comfy, warm. It is warm in that tent. Yeah. The sun is peeking through. Here it comes. So you're going to get dapples of light. It's directly behind the camera. Hello. Oh, you're so needy this morning. Usually you'd be off running, looking for stuff. But it's because you've heard the B word and you're hassling me for it. He's putting on his cutest face. Don't fall for any of this. He knows when the camera's out that something's different and that he gets away with a lot more. And that he can get his breakfast early. But only when the camera's out. He's that smart. At home he wouldn't bother. Thank you. Oh, is there a funnier dog on YouTube, really? He's patrolling. There's so many smells. I have a feeling, because I heard something in the night, I've got a feeling a stag walked right through here in the middle of the night and has left a bit of a scent, and that's really triggered him. So he's looking all over the place to try and see where it is, but it's nowhere near here now. So they sort of hunker down, like Steve, about 200 meters, 300 meters down from here. Maybe even more, actually. Yeah. And also it's the roar, so they're behaving really weirdly. Oh, great setup. I just need my coffee, and then I'll come back to you. Bring you back for that. And hopefully we've got a really nice camp breakdown for a change. Because last one was in the rain. And I'm hoping that this sun kicks in and it's just a nice walkout. Easy. Beautiful walkout. Because I think we're owed that now. God knows we've had enough awful walkouts. Alright, so I'll bring you back for coffee. I think. Yep, we're ready. Okay. Oh, do I need this coffee? Uh-oh. Done it again. This is going to make me even hotter. But I know that it's cold. Cheers, everybody. It's beautiful. I can hear Brucey getting up to no good behind the tent. Oh, heard your name. Oh, I know why. Sun shining. It's causing shadows. And he pounces on shadows. Because he's neurotic. That's what he does. Oh, the shadow thing. I don't even know if you can see him. I don't know where he is. Bruce, where are you? Hey, have you found shadows? Morning. It's another day out camping, isn't it? I might have to give him it early, his breakfast. Well, that perked you up. You heard the word, didn't you? Breakfast. Alright, maybe I'll give him his now. Can't resist it. His face. And then he can have a little bit of my bacon later when I'm eating, just so I don't get the guilt look. Are you ready for your breakfast now? And I don't even need to put it in your bowl because the amount that's left in there is perfect for you. You came out of the tent so nice and dry, and now you're getting wet and dirty again. Alright, he wants his breakfast. And he can eat it straight out of the tub. Juices and all. Lamb and beef. Go on then. So that's about, what is it? What did it say it was? 900 grams? So that's 450 grams. Oh, it's getting right in there. You should see how quickly he finishes it. He's such a noisy eater. Wow. It's just so different to my normal camps. Having a nice morning. So have I already given away what we've got for breakfast? I said bacon, didn't I? As you can see, alcohol burner gets you quite a bit of fuel. You're constantly topping it up. Bang for buck, obviously gas. The gas burner would use less fuel, give off more heat, be quicker to cook. It's got a lot more BTUs, but okay, that didn't work. But they don't work as well when it's really cold, and they're noisy. And the noise is the main reason. The noise is the main reason I don't use them. Just something nice about the peace and quiet. Of the alcohol burner. Now I've got some remnants of last night's dinner in here. Bits of cheese
and some good fat from the burgers, which will help. And then I'll scrape that all out with the bacon. Yeah, as I said, I don't have my big knife with me. I've just got my little Leatherman Squirt multi-tool. But most of the time, that's all you need. Something like that. It's got lots of different tools on it. Honestly, you could probably do most of the things that you need to do on a normal camp with just this. Yeah. And it is razor sharp, I tell you. It's got, I think it's got tweezers, it's got things to take splinters out, you know. It's got pliers, screwdriver, that sort of stuff. I just find them so handy. And I also have my emergency light, which is very bright, my Fenix. Oh God. This is the little Fenix, I can't even see now, I just blinded myself. EO3R, I think it is. Tiny little keychain light. But that could really save you. I know you think, oh, my phone will work, but what if it doesn't? This little thing, and I, you know, on a little mini carabiner, carry it everywhere. And I've got my thermometer on there. Just, well, I bring that for camping. You don't really need that as an everyday carry. Okay, that's sizzling. So let's try not to get loads of bacon juice on me. So this is Manuka bacon. I know a lot of people around the world are curious about that. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm liking this camp. I really am. And I'm going to put a couple of pieces on for little Brucey because we've got a long walk out. Yeah, Manuka, again, it's the Manuka tree. There are none up here. We're too high elevation. There's only one type of tree up here. And that's the beech tree. This is all beech forest. There's nothing else here. Not a single other type of tree. There's no pines, macrocarpa, elm, nothing. New Zealand is biodiverse, but not when it comes to trees alpine-wise. It's all beech. We don't, and pine is not native to New Zealand at all. In fact, it's considered sort of invasive, even though obviously New Zealand farms it just to produce timber to send all over the world. It's not native. So people keep saying, use pine, use this, use oak, use something when you're doing a fire. No, you can't. Most of the time where I camp here, you get one option, and that's beech tree. That is it. There's nothing else. And it's not silver beech. It's a New Zealand native beech tree. Very ancient. Yeah. Very hardy. Puts up with all sorts of weather, which is why this is so healthy here, and it's why there's no dead standing trees, or hardly any. I just had a look around. I couldn't find anything dead. Nothing. So there's no firewood. People say, look, you're surrounded by trees. Why can't you light a fire? Wow. I think most people don't realize the tree has to be dead, and has to have been dead for months before it's usable as firewood. It needs to have seasoned. You can't just burn a tree. It won't burn. Oh, look who's back now that I'm cooking bacon. You can't see it, but he's wagging his tail. Look at... No, 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 no. That's my plate. Oh, we almost licked it. He knows the rules. He knows you're not allowed to lick Dad's plate. Gosh, he's cheeky. Oh, there is a bit of cheese in here. Bruce, there was a bit of cheese here, actually, that you could have had. Brucey. Here, what's this? Is that a teeny tiny little bit of cheese? Here, what's this? Here, here. Gentle. Oh, you dropped it. Well, now you're going to get leaves with it. Not that you care. You're going to get some bacon. You want some bacon? You will get some bacon when it's ready. But not just yet. Do you not want some water? It's right there in your bowl. Oh, that sun. You're not used to this, are you? You're not used to seeing me in the sunlight. I know. It's a miracle. And it only rained a teeny bit while I was on camera, didn't it? I can't even remember now. Oh no, it was raining when I set everything up. You probably heard it on the tarp. Yeah. And it rained almost the entire walk up here. I was quite drenched. Which is why my hat's so soaked. And it was cold. So, to reiterate, why was I wearing shorts and a shirt and not wearing full waterproofs or these trousers or whatever? It's almost a 3-hour vertical walk up here. Imagine doing that with gear on. Imagine doing that with a rain jacket on or trousers on. You're gonna sweat, and I sweat bucket loads when I train. Bucket loads. Coming up here, I probably lost a kilo just in sweat. So you're drenched anyway, so what's the point? You know? Yeah, you can feel the cold, but I push myself so hard that I don't feel the cold at all. I didn't feel the cold until I got halfway through setting up camp. Then I started getting cold. Yeah. So if you're a very slow walker and you amble or whatever, then maybe you need to wear that sort of gear, but I can't. I'll come up here, I'll walk up here in the snow in shorts and a shirt, that's it. Maybe a thermal on, but I doubt it. Just because I sweat bucket loads. And as long as I've got a dry set of clothes, warm and everything, ready to change into once I get here, then I'm fine. Yeah. And a wind layer. So middle of winter camping is quite tough because you've got to carry so much extra gear, so much. I wouldn't get away with just this in the middle of winter, no. This is good, what I've got with me is good as comfort down to 0 centigrade, like it was here last night. Anything below that, and you'd need more layers on underneath, just because you're not moving, just sitting still. Yeah. Even though the jacket can handle it, it's designed that you've got other layers on as well, which is why they're big. So, winter camping is hard because you're carrying a lot of extra gear. I need a thicker sleeping bag, bigger pad. I carry a blanket, that one Tigress down blanket. I carry that for me to sit out in, and then to put on top of Bruce when he's in the tent. He doesn't need it, but just so he snuggles and he dries out. So he lies on his bed and then he has that on top of him. If I know we're camping on the snow, not on the ground, but on the snow, then I also have to bring a separate pad for Bruce to lie on. So a pad, then his bed, then a blanket. All this stuff adds up. So I end up with just an enormous pack. And yeah, carrying that for hours up a hill. Most people, 99% of the population couldn't do it. So thank you for all the advice. Next time, take a stove and a hot tent. And I'll be honest, I've had that comment 6 times now. I don't know if it was coincidence, it was all women, but 6 times. They've said, other channels, they take a stove and a hot tent. You're rubbish at this. Oh God, some of them comments, it's hilarious. Yeah, no point having a stove and a hot tent. If there's A, there's no wood, and B, you can't even carry the flipping thing up here. I'd love it if I had someone else to carry all that stuff for me. I'd love to be one of those other channels where you could just rock up in your car, pretend you've walked in with all of that stuff. Have you ever noticed, watch closely, the amount of stuff they pull out of the backpack that they turn up with, it doesn't add up to the amount of stuff that they end up with. You know why? Because they've walked back to the car, got another load of stuff and put it in there. Yeah, there's some viral videos. I guarantee you they've just walked from the car just 5 minutes and plonked all that stuff there. It is entertaining. But it looks good though. It sets the scene nicely. But people shouldn't pretend that they've done all that, walked a long way. Oh, I can smell this bacon. Oh, it's smelling good. Someone else can smell it, and he's not going too far away. He's so triggered by the shadows. Try and turn this all over without dropping any. Oh, that was close. Wow, the pan gets cold so quickly. Come on, start sizzling again. So what I could do to make my pack much lighter is just bring dehydrated meals. Because my food and Bruce's food is the majority of the weight. Oh, okay, apart from the camera gear. I could also go light on the camera gear and just bring a GoPro and a little tripod clippy thing. I'd save loads of weight if the food, because I reckon the food adds up to $3 kilos. 3 kilos? Yeah. Oh, actually, no, this is half a kilo of bacon alone, even though I'm not using it all. Syrups and things and pancake mix. Actually, maybe 4 kilos. Maybe 4 kilos of food. So I could lose weight there easily. All my camera gear weighs... I mean, this tripod's carbon fiber tripod, but it still weighs a ton with everything that's attached and all the gear that I connect to the camera and everything, and my lights and batteries. I'd say my camera gear, well, when the big camera comes, my camera gear will be 5 kilos. So we're at 9 kilos just for camera, so I can shoot good quality, and food, so you got something to see while I'm cooking good quality food. Don't get me wrong, I'm not moaning. I do it, regardless. It's just hard work. Really hard work. So yeah, I could make changes, but then I think you'd all notice the difference in the quality. I think you really would. It just wouldn't be as good. And do you want to see me sit there, just boiling water and pouring it into a pack of dehydrated spaghetti bolognese? Eating out of a plastic bag, a Mylar pouch. Is that what you want? Let me know. If you don't care about the food and the quality of the video, and you're quite happy with just sort of GoPro standard and rehydrated food, and still just having the chats, then let me know. I'd love to know. Do you want to see an ultralight camp? Me do a really, really, really lightweight camp where it is just me, Bruce, GoPro, and basic stuff. All the lightest stuff I can carry, that I can get away with. Let me know. Something tells me I doubt it. I think you like the fact that I like my creature comforts. I like showing you can do it. But this camping that I do up here, this wild camping, tops camping, is not for everybody. You do have to be fit. Got to be fit, healthy, strong, stamina, and have been doing it for a long time to just be able to cope and know what you're doing. Yeah, beginners, you can't come up here and do this. Anything could happen. Injuries. Yeah, you really don't want to have to use that EPIRB. It's in there now. I can hear a plane. That's right, people. I pre-mixed my pancake mix. Because that's just way too much pancake mix otherwise. And it's so heavy, that jug. So I thought this time I'll pre-mix it at home. And it also means I could use egg and milk and stuff like that instead. And get the texture just right. See, you think smart. Now what are we going for? Are we going for crispy bacon? I think so. Even though it uses more fuel to get it, I think we've got to go for crispy bacon. So for crispy bacon, you've got to get it so hot that the fat, you'll start rendering the fat off of the bacon, and that gets super hot. Wow, listen to this plane. Oh, it's a helicopter. Oh, it's the rescue helicopter. Uh-oh, that's not good. Wow, he's low. Oh, that's not good at all. Heading over to the mountain peak just over there. Wow, he's right down here. He's at my level. What on earth has happened? Okay, so yeah, that's the rescue helicopter. Someone's obviously triggered an EPIRB somewhere. Or it's just missing on a hike. Happens up here quite a bit. I was up here with Brandon on a video, go back a long time ago. It was when Bruce had snowballs. I think that was the video. If he circles back round over me, I'm going to have to walk out into the clearing so he can see me, because he might need to ask if I've seen anything. So what happens is the police travel with them, and they search and search, and if they see anyone, they ask me if they've seen whoever. But I'm assuming someone is missing. So yeah, I was up here with Brandon. And a major snowstorm kicked in, but I was ready for it. I knew it was coming, and we stayed in a hut that's further down, and we cooked up some sausages. We had a great time. Brandon loved it, but it was brutal conditions, and he only got through it because he was confident, and we had Bruce, and I knew, and I had the right gear for both of us. But it was 3 foot deep snow, fell all that night. Brutal conditions, brutal. Anyway, that same night on the mountain you just see one over from where we were up here, a couple of guys had to be airlifted out. They got in all sorts of a mess, and a woman died, a mother died on this ridge over here that I showed you earlier. They were walking a track behind it trying to get to the hut, and she was with her 16-year-old son, and she sent him on because she got bogged down, she was struggling, and she was getting hypothermic. He went to the hut to try and raise the alarm, but obviously he couldn't. There was no one there, or it was too late at that point, in the middle of the night, and she froze to death. She died up there. Look, survival up here, lessons, you need to know what to do. She obviously didn't know what to do. The wind was brutal. It's the wind that gets you. She should have dug in, gotten a sleeping bag, gotten all her gear, and just sat it out. But you know, the coroner report, I still don't think it's out yet. I'm not 100% sure. So the rescue helicopter has a busy old time up here. We get a lot of tourists who are used to hiking, And I'll tell you what, it's mainly German tourists that get stuck here. Fall, break an ankle, twist an ankle, whatever. Die. And then they have to come searching, and you know, their family report that they haven't heard from them for days. And they've fallen down a ravine here or something. They just don't know the terrain. And it's different here. It just is. This isn't normal hiking up here. This is hunting territory. So obviously I'm a hunter. I haven't hunted for a year, but I'm a hunter. And we're just, I don't know, we just prepared for it differently. Hunters here are really prepared for the terrain. We know what we're getting ourselves in for. We carry all sorts of gear. And most of us have witnessed all sorts of conditions and being caught out. And so we've learnt from it. But not everybody. So you got to treat mountains and high altitude passes with respect. I hope that's not too serious. He's carried on through the valley, which means he obviously knows where he's looking. But there's a hospital nearby in Nelson where we are. So if they do find them, then I'm assuming they'll take them straight to the hospital. They land on top of the hospital. That was loud. So that was at our level. That just came. I was looking up here because I could see a reflection in the tree, but actually it was right down here at our level, and we're at 1,300 meters. So it was coming at our level, straight past. These things are rubbish. I've mentioned this before. They just hold the heat, these aluminium handles. This is really, really hot, and the heat doesn't seem to leave it. It's so hot. I know you can get plastic grippers. Oh, I've got to get those. Silicone grippers. That's what I meant. I'll keep a lookout for them. It's difficult to get stuff in New Zealand. I have to get everything from Amazon in the States. And then of course you add loads of shipping. So the pan I'm using is from Trangia again. It's their non-stick pan, which was for a long time so difficult to get. Wow, that just transfers all the heat into this handle. That's ridiculous. Too hot to hold. Use my inner grip here. Okay. Try that. No, it's still too hot. That's crazy. Okay, the fat is now starting to get hot enough to make this crispy. You get through a lot of fuel doing crispy bacon. That's so hot. I should use titanium. Titanium doesn't hold the heat at all. It's some sort of aluminium. Obligatory video close-up. And we're back. My stomach is rumbling so much. I'm really in my happy place. Oh, I've had so many fantastic comments from fantastic subscribers. And yeah, the more subs I get at this, and the more comments I read, you guys are so excellent, really. The only problem is I get a lot of questions that probably a lot of you know the answers to, who have been following me a long time, but new subscribers, they ask a lot of questions, and I don't have time to answer those questions. I just don't. There's just too many. I'd be sitting in front of my computer all day, every day if I did. So one thing I wanted to ask is, if people see questions that they know the answers to, please can you answer? I did see that some people have started doing that for people, like, you know, explaining what breed Bruce is, where I am, I'm in New Zealand, blah blah blah. Do you always camp in the rain? Well, that's what I love doing. Does it always rain in New Zealand? A lot of common things like, what did you used to do, and blah 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 blah. Are you married? So valid questions. It's just as the channel gets so big, I get more and more new subs. They don't know anything about me, but a lot of you do know the answers to those questions. So please, if you could do me a favor, if you have time, or if you happen to see those comments, please respond to them and just let them know. That would really help me out. Just because I just can't. There's just so many. If I didn't have a family, helicopter's coming back. I can hear it. It's taken off. Okay, so it obviously landed somewhere. Yeah, it's coming back. I can't really show it to you on camera. I'll tell you what we could do. I could walk out to the clearing and see if we can see it come past. Okay, I just saw it. It's the other side of this mountain range, just here, and it seems to have done a loop. So I'm assuming it's searching. I can hear it sort of over here now, but it's behind that range. It might come back over the top. I guess it scoured the area here and couldn't see anything. But it's big country, and if someone's lost or injured and they're in the forest, there's no chance that a rescue helicopter can help them. They'd have to send up a search and rescue team. You'd have to be out right in the open here for a helicopter to be able to see you. Well, yeah, as you saw. So what I did was, hello Brucey. No, not yet. I need to restart my burner here, so I might top it up with gas at the same time. So what's going on out there is, and I got a signal out there on the top. Someone is missing a hiker, camper. Probably someone hiking to the different huts. Didn't say nationality or anything. But seems as helicopter was doing rounds. Don't think they found them yet. So yeah, that's a lesson to just be careful. Yeah. If you do come to New Zealand, or you do hiking, wherever you are in high country, and bearing in mind where we are now, I think is actually higher than any high point even in the UK that you could hike or camp on. Yeah, just be careful. That's the lesson. Tell people where you're going. Have your route drawn out. Bruce, you're not getting anything yet. No, you're blocking the camera even. There's no point wagging your tail. No, go on, off you go. Go and play. Bruce, no! No! Away! Go on, go away. If I turned my back, even with the flame kicking off there, he would have taken the bacon out of the pan. It's a nightmare. He'll come back and get someone I call him back. I know he will. All right. I think we're good with the bacon now. Oh yeah, it's crispy. Yeah. Okay. Pancake time. My premix. Swoosh. Oh, that's so much easier. Why don't I do that every time? I'll tell you why. Sometimes I stop at the supermarket on the way to my camp, so I can't always do that. All right, that should be ready in no time. So I need to separate out some for him. I won't say his name because he'll come running over then. There you go. He'll inhale that. Now, I should be able to... Oh, this is so dangerous. Do I flip it? Do I go for the pancake flip? I've got time to think about it. All I can hear is him going ballistic behind the tent. Back and forth and back and forth. I tell you what, I need another... Do I need a coffee? No, I don't want a coffee walking out. Just makes you sweat more. One coffee was enough. If it was freezing cold then I would, but the sun is out and it's so beautiful I don't need to. If it's your first time watching this channel, yes, I make one massive big pancake. Always have done. It's just how I like it. I don't make small little thin pancakes to make it easier. One big pancake. That's the way we do it here. And this is a big pancake. Oh. I'm amazed he hasn't come running back here ready for the bacon. The smell must be driving him crazy. What's over here? Oh, okay, I won't say anything and see if he notices. He hasn't seen it yet. He hasn't seen it. Oh, you've seen it and you're asking for permission. Go on then. Oh, isn't he the best? He was asking for permission to have his food in there. That's what he was doing. Can I have this now? Come on, he's such a sweetie. You didn't really have to ask. I put it in there for him to have. How are we looking? Still a bit loose on top, a bit gooey. Let me see if I can pour that onto the sides. There you go. Now usually I put the simmer ring on, but I found that then it's not hot enough. And that's done. Is that nice? Nice bacon. Oh, Anne made me some lemon drizzle cake. Got to have that before I go. I was going to have it last night, but I was stuffed after that burger. Maple syrup. Yeah, lemon drizzle cake is my favourite. It's just oozing lemon juice with a nice sugar icing top on the... Yeah, oh. Oh, here we go. I might be able to flip it. I'm feeling confident. Thing is, if I screw this up, it's on the floor. I might have to do it over my lap, just in case. Oh, didn't flip. Oh, yes, come on. Yes! Oh, look at that. Perfect pancake. Okay, I caught it on the lip, but I recovered it. Oh, good. My last one was an absolute... It just went... Nerve-wracking moment that was, the pancake flip. Can you imagine if I dropped it on all these leaves? In my last video, I dropped a ribeye steak on the sand and I had to wash it in the river. Oh boy, that was a screw up. This pancake will have soaked up all that bacon fat. This is like a cardiac breakfast. What if I put my hat out in the sun, it will dry off. Probably not. That's beyond the power of the sun to dry that off right now. The sun is not full, it's through some wispy cloud. Wow, I hope they find that hiker. Yeah. It's not good, is it? We're not even in winter yet, we're still in autumn. Okay. How are we looking on the pancake? Is it fluffy? It's super fluff. I'd give that just one more minute. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. Let's get that bacon on top. Maple syrup. I'm so happy. I am so happy right now. Oh, I've got to show you a close-up of this. Check that out. Maple syrup, pancake and bacon for the win. Yum. Bon appetit, everybody. Ititakimasu. Ititakimasu, sorry. Fluffy on the inside, the pancake. Crispy on the outside. Try some bacon. Wow. So good. So good. Everything tastes better when you're camping. Brucey, what are you doing back there? I might let him lick this pan out. Do you want to lick the pan out? Yeah. What's in here? Anything you want? Any little scraps? You'll find them. Okay, I'm going to take my time with this. What I'm actually going to do is I might go for a wander with it, just eat it out in the clearing. How low he is. Oh, so I guess they haven't found whoever it is they were looking for. Right. It's time to pack up. What I might do is... Oh, yuck. I might just lower the front half of this tarp. Just fold it back, flick it out of the way, so that it's not, so I can stand up and everything. I can hear that helicopter still circling. It's travelling a hell of a distance, I tell you. Doesn't bode well for whoever they're looking for. That's better. Now that it's stopped dripping, get that out of the way. I've put my wet shirt, my damp shirt, on top of my thermal because that will help dry it out really quickly. So let me just pan this down a bit. All right, let's start packing up. Might fast forward this bit for you. Okay, that is majority of stuff packed now. Just need to do the tent and the tarp. So we'll probably do the tent last, get the tarp out of the way. That's sorted. Managed to do the tarp with minimal fuss. Luckily the trees are all in the right place. So I think these are, I can't remember if I made these 2 or 3 meters long. They are, I'd say they're 3 meters long. My tarp length, my guy line length, I just can't remember for sure. But it's a good length, it's a useful length, especially if you want to join them up together and make a ridge line, which sometimes you need to do. Alright, that was pretty painless. So you'll see I haven't put my shorts back on for the walk out. I'm going to wear the trousers, the pants. These things have got ventilation all the way up the side, so I'll have those fully open when I'm walking. It's going downhill, won't sweat as much. But it also means I won't burn as hot, so I'll feel the cold. That's why I've left the my thermal top on. It's quite thin, this thermal top. It's designed for walking around in. It's not really a base camp top. Base camp merino thermals are much thicker. I don't want to get this soaking wet. I don't know if you can see Bruce lying down by that tree over there. Brucey, what are you doing? Can you see him? I'm not sure. Don't think you can. Oh, this is cold. Cold tarp. Cold in the hands. When you're doing this in winter, oh, it's just horrible. It is grim. People say wear gloves, but you don't get the dexterity when you've got gloves on. Fingerless gloves, it just means that the rest of the glove just gets soaking wet. You're better off trying to suck it up, use bare hands, and then putting on some warm gloves or hand warmers afterwards. Because you don't want to get it all wet. And when this stuff is covered in ice, oh, it's the worst, it really is. So I only used 3 pegs, because again, there was just no wind at all. It was all above. Oh, sorry, I used 4 pegs. There you go. I do like this tent. Self-supporting tents definitely have their advantages over tunnel tents, pole tents, you know, where you've got to use a walking pole. Those things are not self-supporting and are a bit of a pain to use. These things are also a lot easier to clean out and dry off. And most of that is from Bruce. He brought in half the forest with him. Oh, look at that, the battery. Oh my god. and some old cord cover, which I'll leave in there. Oh, can't believe I've got a battery in there. I put that in the camera bag with the camera. Okay. Yeah, so if you want to remember what this is, it's the Hilleberg Una. U-N-N-A. It is not a cheap tent. This will run you, I guess, almost $1,000. Almost. But it's a 4-season tent. And that's what proper 4-season tents cost. If you find yourself someone advertising a 4-season tent for like $300, no, that's just not a 4-season tent. Okay, set poles out. Yeah, so all Hilleberg tents, apart from the Anaris, are a bit faffy to set up and put down again, because they're quite complicated. This is probably one of the more simple ones, the Anaris being the most simple. And the others are just so complicated. Steiker is very complicated. The Namage is quite complicated as well. At least the Steiker is self-standing, self-supporting, but the Namage is not. That's a tunnel tent. But these are out of reach of most people's budgets, I'd say. And also, most people won't be camping in weather that justifies even having a 4-season tent. How many of you would go camping in the snow, really? Very few, probably. Put in the comments, would you camp in snow in true 4-season weather, or gales? Not just rain, I'm talking severe weather. So when you're breaking down your poles, always try and start in the middle. Less stress that way. And it actually comes with a pole repair kit in it as well, which is quite useful. So the walk back down to the car, to the truck, should take me just 2 hours, I think. Guess I'll time it and see. And Bruce's bowl is over here, yep. So that's a bellbird sitting just here that you can hear singing away. Beautiful. I've dug up the ground a bit. I've dug up the ground a bit. So I've come to have a look, see if there's any food. Don't know if he's going to show himself to you. He's going to come. The camera won't pick him up. He's so camouflaged. Oh, and I think he's gone. Oh, he's gone all the way over there. Gosh, you're getting all sorts of wildlife. And you know I love birds. Both kinds. Couldn't resist that. Right. Oh, this pack is so much lighter. Hey Brucey, yes I know, it's time to go home. It's not that way though, is it? Okay, so just the camera gear to pack. Oops. Okay. This velvet is really sticking with us. Right, everybody. I've got to put the big camera away and we're going to go mobile. Right, everybody. We're mobile. Site's completely clear. Got the pack on. Got Brucey. Brucey, come here. And we're ready to go, aren't we? Hey, and here's a little robin. So this is a bush robin up here, this little bird. Don't know if you can see it fluttering around. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Hello. Oh, don't know where he's gone. On the ground here somewhere. So I've just dug the ground up so it's looking to see if there's any worms or anything like that. Yes, I know. There he is on the tree, showing us the way up. Okay. Come on, Brucey. Show us the way back to the track. And just like that, we're on the track. Oh. Nice water, Brucey. That's nice. Whew. Oh, did you drink too much water? Oh dear, Brucey. Come on in. Whew. Oh, back out of the truck. another successful session with AB Camping and Brucey. Alright everyone, I need to get to Civvies. I'll come back to you. Well, that was a great camp. I enjoyed that. Really good to be back up on the tops. Got back down in just under 2 hours, which is a record for me. So my fitness is right back up there again. Getting ready for those big, heavy winter camps up the tops and in harsh conditions. Brucey had a great time, didn't you, Brucey? You gonna come here? Come on. Come here. Hey. Did you have a good time? Well, he's wagging his tail anyway. Okay, so I think we're going to head home. Thanks very much for coming along on this one. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, thank you to the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. And if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and please give us a thumbs up. And thank you to everyone who bought us treats on Buy Me a Coffee. Much appreciated. The cigars, beers, coffees, treats for Bruce, many treats for Bruce. You see, he's wagging his tail at the treats. All right, everybody. Thanks very much for coming. See you next time. Bye, Brucey.